Hey guys, Lancelot Archer here, welcome back to Destiny. It's Friday, which means XUR has arrived back in the tower. He is at the tower north, outside the double gates, opposite the speaker. So let's go see what he has this week. Alright, so XUR has, starting off with the Legacy Engram like he always does. This one is a Armor Engram for the body, that's 29 strange coins. Next we have the Immolation Fist for the Titan. This is a Intellect Strength roll, maxing out at 51 for Intellect and Strength at 58. This grants Explosive Pyre as its exotic perk, which is open. Then it gives you increased melee speed attack and then increased reload speed with pulse rifles. So if you're running a Sunbreaker Titan, this obviously gives you, I think if I remember correctly, it's an explosion on the ground after every kill. So obviously this gives you this perk locked on free, gives you the perk locked for free, which allows you to lock another perk in the tree if you need to. So if you haven't got it, pick them up. I do know my Titan's got this, and a few other friends I know who run Titans do use it, but obviously it's sort of like situational if you want to use it in PvP or PvE. But yeah, it's a good exotic to have either way, especially on solo burn runs if you really want to go all out and just use it. Right, next we have the Knucklehead radar for the Hunter. This is an intellect strength roll again. This is rolling in at 62 max for intellect and max at 64 for strength. So this grants you the radar as the exotic perk. So essentially, radar remains visible while aiming down primary weapon. So if you aren't aware, there is a artifact from Rise of Iron. I actually forget what it's called, which allows you to have radar anyway, so it doesn't take up an exotic slot. This helmet was useful back in year one when we were running trials and so forth, just because obviously when looking down the scope you could have the radar open and obviously you could keep track of opponents who are trying to come up behind you or from on your flanks. However, this is not really used as much as it used to be. In terms of the rolls, this is one of the better rolls for this week in terms of your tier 12 if you're trying to build it. This is rolling at 96%. Immolation Fists are at 91, so it's already better than last week's in terms of what we had for rolls. Next, we have the Obsidian Mine for the Warlocks. This is running an Intellect Discipline roll. This is maxing out 61 for Intellect and 63 for Discipline. This is a fairly good roll as well. So this one is Nova Bomb reduces cooldown of next Nova Bomb. So every time you use a Nova Bomb, your Nova Bomb will immediately start building, or your next Nova Bomb will start building up immediately. This, in conjunction with Bad Juju, is essentially one of the best things to roll with it, because obviously it allows you to build supers quicker, which allows you to throw them off more often. Don't really see many people using Bad Juju that often. Truth I haven't seen many people run Obsidian Mine. I barely run Obsidian Mine. I used to run Obsidian Mine ferociously back in year 1 and 2, or year 2 I should say, when it came out. I have not really had a chance to, I've had other things better to use in Crucible for this, even in PvE content. So I mean, it's a great helmet. It still can be of use to some people if you can find the right build for it. It's a fairly decent helmet as well. It's a nice looking one actually, I should say. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't got any of these before, pick these up. And let's move on to the weapon of the week. The weapon of the week is the Trespasser Sidearm, the exotic sidearm. The one and only exotic sidearm, I should say. As far as I'm aware, there are no others. Or I don't think they're planning to release any others anyway. Alright, so this is the Trespasser that came in Rise of Iron. This is what it looks like without its ornaments. This is the Fallen Assassin one if you can pick it up. And then there's the Crucible Assassin, which I think is the better looking one, which I've got equipped to my one. Truth be told, this is a great weapon. It's got a perk which allows it to essentially do another super burst after the initial kill of an opponent. So if you've killed one person, your next burst on the next opponent you go to kill will be quicker. So essentially you'll get a more powerful super burst. So it's like burst, then burst again. But in regards to the Trespasser, pick it up if you haven't got it. But truth be told, the way the Crucible is now, you've got weapons that that don't take up an exotic slot. Oh, pardon me. That don't take up an exotic slot and are easier to use. So you've got Wormwood, and if you've got the Iron Wraith as well, that's a good one to use as well. Jabba Hucker I've seen people still use if they've got it. Teacup Tempest, not so much, but many people. The main weapon that people use is the Wormwood currently right now from Future Warcraft. If you've got a good roll on that, that's the best one to go with. Then we have our weapon bundles. So we've got Invective with Storm's Reproach. Storm's Reproach is the ornament that looks like the gun has been covered in lava, and it's got like lava veins, if you want to say, running across the Invective. It's not a bad looking design, but with the Invective being essentially the slow recharging shotgun, you're not really going to see many people run with it, especially when you've got Icebreaker, which reloads bullets faster. Okay, next we have the Telesto and the Lingering Vestige, or Vestige. So this is obviously the fusion rifle, the void one. It has the neon blue ornament attached to this one. So if you get it and pick it up, you'll see that it's like a neon blue. That's exactly what it is. Unfortunately, fusion rifles don't have a place in the Crucible right now. Not really that used in PvE that much. There are certain instances where I say you could use it for alternatives to other weapons, like for example VOG or Wrath of the Machine. You can use fusion rifles there, especially if they're void against most enemies that are void. Like for example, when you're doing Templar and you're against Minotaurs and all that stuff, if you've got a void shotgun or a shotgun, you can use it against them, especially a full auto one. If not, a fusion rifle is just as good. You know, you can hold more, you can do more damage. You can obviously do a range if you feel like they're getting too close. So, as much as I used to love fusion rifles, unfortunately fusion rifles are sort of dying right now. No one's really using them as much as they used to, which is a shame, because fusion rifles are a lot of fun. Like, Plan C was a lot of fun when it came out. Obviously, back when Saladin's Vigil was, everyone was using the meta, people used to try and run it to get a good roll. Not Plan C, 77 Wizard was another one. There were loads back in the day when fusion rifles were good ones to use. Now, unfortunately, they're sort of dying. And Telesto, as good as it is, it's not a great weapon, but it's not a bad weapon. It's just sort of unfortunately stuck in the middle. Okay, so that's it for the weapon bundles. Next we obviously have the cuirasses, the heavy ammo synths, the 3 of coins, and your glass needles, and the material exchange. So, like I said last week, if you're looking to build up your faction ranks, buy your heavy ammo synths from XUR. I mean, 3 strange coins for 10. That's like, well, considering how many alcohol, how many you've got to spare. If you've got 100 or so, smash them into your a faction upgrade, and you can start towards your exotic class item for that faction, and obviously that help towards completing your collection if you wish to. Alright, in terms of stuff for this week, it's not a bad set of rolls for this week, and gear, truth be told, as opposed to last week. In terms of your tier 12 build, if you're looking to do it, this is a better roll this week, so hopefully you guys will pick this up. Not bad. I mean, I think this is the first time Trespasser has been on sale, so definitely pick the Trespasser up if you don't have it. It is a fun weapon to use. Alright, so that's reserved for this week. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Here in the UK, we're on our bank holiday weekend for May. We have 2 in May, so this is the first of 2, so we'll be enjoying that. Anyway, hope everyone has a great weekend. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye.